Okay, the next question I ask you, do you read my news every day?
Yes, no. Yeah.
Welcome everybody, welcome to our Win Together series. Today we are glad to have Debbie with us, joining us and share her experience with us. Just something about Debbie. Debbie has done amazingly well in October. She actually is our top Leasing Achiever in October. She also came in the top 30th position, and importantly, she also got herself, I think, one of the Pegasus Award. So maybe Debbie, can you just share with us how many years have you been in this real estate business?
I've been in real estate for 12 years, coming to 12 years.
12 years already, okay. So what is the area that, during these 12 years, have you been switching around different segments or always very focused in just one?
No, I'm very focused in landed leasing.
Just landed leasing?
Mainly landed leasing, private residential, but mainly landed leasing.
Okay, so more on the landlord side or the tenant side?
I started off with tenant side,
Okay.
but then I gradually moved on to more landlord focus.
Okay. So we always hear people saying that, wow, leasing very, very tough. A lot of things to do. But how do you find leasing generally?
It is tough, but it's also very fulfilling when you, because leasing is something you have to serve them continuously.
Okay.
And that's where you get a lot of referrals also.
A lot of referrals.
Because if they're happy with your surveys,
Okay.
then they start referring their colleagues, their friends.
Okay. So I also tend to, I saw that some of your closing are actually some GCB closing, which is quite amazing. Maybe can you just share with us, I think, handling a GCB owner versus a condo or maybe a mid-range apartment. What's the difference between handling such different landlords?
You have to be more attentive.
More attentive?
Because, of course the space is bigger, like when you do inventory list, for example.
Okay.
The paperwork you deal with, you have to be very careful. Like, I learned my lesson, even and or also means a lot of difference.
Really? What
it's like the legality of
legality.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So you learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. So now guys, you know the difference between and or. Okay, it's a big difference in the leasing business. So I also noticed that you actually done some rental transaction in excess of 6 figure monthly. So maybe you can just share with the elites how is it a record high over the last 12 years,
The highest I have achieved in my 12 years of my age.
Have you actually imagined that a renter can actually hit 6 figure?
Never.
Oh my God! Wow!
Never.
Never.
So what was before this peak? What was the highest you actually done in the GCB rental?
Highest was about 35,000.
That 35,000 used to be the norm.
Yes.
So the last, am I to say, over the last 12 months, this entire GCB leasing market actually hit a new high.
Definitely. Yeah.
And so right now you're seeing a lot of landlord starting to ask higher and higher. So is that a demand? Is that a demand based on what you've actually been doing the last 12 months? Is there a strong demand for such properties?
There is a strong demand.
Okay, so they are
because very limited supply of GCBs.
Very, very limited.
Very limited. It's not like condos. Yeah, because GCB you have the space, so I think there's the demand now. We work from home.
Okay.
With more foreigners coming in, yeah.
Okay, so I guess the tenants are definitely your who and who.
Yes.
And are they demanding?
Actually, no. To be honest, I used to do condo leasing also.
Okay.
A lot of people have this misconception that it's harder to deal with landed, but actually they're one of the nicer clients around.
Oh, okay.
They're more forgiving, I think.
Oh, more forgiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
More generous, more forgiving. The difficult part is more like the paperwork in how you handle the customer. But I guess if you really service them, then there really isn't much of a problem. Like the one that I closed recently, actually how I got to know the landlord was referred by one of her interior designer.
Okay.
Because he saw how I was serving one of his clients for another property. Like I really went all out. Like even after they move in, you offer extra service. So he was telling the owner like, I have this agent that will really go all out. So that's why he recommended me.
So I guess, from my years of experience, I believe this is one of the rare segments, your GCB rental. I don't think so much prospecting can be done in this space.
No.
So am I right to say that the word of mouth is very, very important?
Yes, so it's really the service, it's not just today what you do.
Okay.
It's something that will just go on, like people notice.
Okay.
Yeah. Either the tenant appreciate or the landlord, even like I said, interior designer.
Okay.
Or even, I've even had gardener recommend me to landlords.
Wow. Gardeners, guys, hear this. Gardeners referring you
Yeah,
landlords.
you can get contacts from anybody, but I think the most important thing is when you show that you really care for the client.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the testament. Yeah. This landed GCB they say only about 2,000 in Singapore, right? So after a while, you realize even gardeners, even people who service the pool, it's all the same people.
Okay.
After a while, they will just start to recommend business to you. Yeah.
So I guess this year has been an amazing year for you, Debbie.
Yes.
I believe that this actually should be one of your best years in your 12 years of career, right?
Yes, it is.
So maybe can you just share with colleagues, what do you do every day when you wake up? What's your daily routine as a salesperson?
Okay, funnily enough, you asked me this because I used to be with Lester many years ago in a different agency.
Okay.
And this is something that he taught me, which I still do until today. First thing I wake up, back then in the days, I used to open up newspaper.
Okay.
I will scan through all the whatever listings there are, whether it's by owner, by agents. And today I still do that on Property Guru.
Okay, cool. Wow.
Yeah, I will really scan through so that you know who are your competitors, you know what's out there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a habit that I think, like they say, sometimes you don't see success immediately, but when you keep doing something consistently, it becomes a habit.
Okay.
First thing I wake up is I take out my phone and see Property Guru, what's all the lender for rent, who know. And I think it comes to a point where when I see the listing, I know where is the house already.
Wow, even after 12 years, this has been a daily routine.
Yeah, I still do it.
It's really amazing. It's really amazing.
It's a habit you can't break already. It's just like some people wake up, you drink coffee, right?
Okay, the next question I ask you, do you read my news every day?
Yes, no, that helps a lot. So because now Lester also share with us whenever we have all this news, we disseminate to clients and you start to break the ice and talk. You have topics to talk about.
Okay. Same thing, I think, as you say, these are all discipline built in us, I think, for the longest time. You can't break it.
You can't break it.
You can't break it. It's just a discipline.
It's like a cup of coffee in the morning.
Every day you just wake up, you just do this. Amazing, I think, what she just shared discipline in terms of listening. I think that's something that, true enough, when you have this habit on a daily basis, I guess when anybody come to you, asking you for listings, etc., you probably know what is out there in the market.
Yeah.
And so whenever you actually touch base with your landlord or even tenant, I believe that you're able to really relate, as I said, anything pertaining to real estate.
Yes.
So probably you are probably a go-to person in any event they need any real estate assistant.
I would like to think so, yeah.
Okay. Debbie, you actually done exceptionally well. So any word of advice to release out there?
Never give up. No matter what anybody says, never give up. And don't be too hard on yourself.
Don't be too hard on
yourself. Because everybody, at the end of the day, you realize everyone has their own race.
Okay.
You're not competing with others, you're competing with yourself. So just baby steps, small steps will lead you to greater success.
Okay, three great points. Never give up, take one step at a time, and don't be too hard on yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank
really
you for
appreciate sharing your tips with our elites. We're looking forward to another series with you again soon.
Yes, I hope so too.
Thank you.
Thank you.